with all that being said, can we get into these top 5? And I heard what you said, but I got to put more pressure on you. You got to put yourself in there, bro.
I got to put myself in it.
Yeah, you already said it. You said it in the Ringer article, and you just said it kind of today where you was like, there really ain't no thinking.
That's why I'm like, in order to get another body in there, maybe a 5, whether it's a 1B or a 5B, that was my thought process. But if you just want 4 other guys, then I can give you 4 other guys.
You know what? Go ahead, do it your way. Right. If you want 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, like 1E, and then 2, this, that, whatever, we can do that.
Right this second, I still don't even know exactly what I'm going to go with, but I'm not going to make it too complicated by doing the one.
And if you can give me a little bit analysis around why you like these guys, what do they do good? Right. What do you respect about it?
All right. I think it's
see, you're just a nice guy. You don't want to hurt nobody's feelings.
Yeah, I am a good guy. See, people try and paint me like I'm a villain these days, but I'm a good guy. See, I'm trying to
nobody paints you as a villain. See, you just hear that. You had one little situation where you bumped into a guy. You bumped into a guy after a game, and now you talking about you a villain. Please.
All right.
You ain't got no mugshot.
Nah, and
you ain't been arrested like me. You ain't got no DUI. Like, if you don't stop this madness, and y'all out there calling this guy a villain, would y'all stop this madness? This is one of the greatest human beings ever.
It's their fault. Yeah.
Right. What are we talking about?
All right. So you said I could leave myself out. So obviously you know how I feel.
Yeah,
Which
put yourself in, but you can do the 1A, 1B, 1C, 2, this, whatever.
So based off what I'm doing and what I've done at a high level for, I feel like, the most consistent amount of time of anybody that's playing currently, I still can't. I mean, I don't know if I will ever until I'm done. We'll see. I'll be real, but I can't say that anybody's better than me at my position in the league. But if I left myself out, or if I had to go 1B, I would go Jets right now. Mm-hmm. He's too consistent. He's making really, really tough grabs. He got a different swag to him. He done damn near changed the world with the gritty. I know he's not the founder, but he came through and revolutionized the celly game with the gritty. So I got him, 1B or 1 if I'm not in it.
Yep.
I got to go in order, or is this just listing?
Yeah, you got to go in order, bro. There's pressure. People want to know.
Yeah. All right.
What makes Justin Jefferson nice?
Like I said, it's the consistency. It's the dog in him. I see the way he plays a game is he plays a game very fast, and he plays a game. He keeps getting better too. We saw what he did year 1. And he came out and wowed us, and then he did it again. And it's just to keep doing it like that and getting better. You see him getting better with his routes. I talked to him a few times. I mean, he even said last year, until going into this past year, he had me as 1 until this past year. He was gonna come in and take over, and I love the mentality. So that right there, like, there's certain guys that say whatever just because they feel like they supposed to say as a receiver. You're supposed to be like, oh, I'm the best in the league, or I'm the best receiver on the team, or whatever it is, but certain guys that play like it, and then you got to put something behind it, like what he has. And at this point, he can feel good about, the way he's playing the game. And I'm definitely a fan of him. Like I said, that dog mixed with the consistency on top of that, I got to put him in there. And if I had to go to the next one after that, man, see, this is hard, bro.
I'm gonna let you get it.
It's hard. Let me take a sip of this.
Hey, let me tell you this, bro. You know how many dudes stopped talking to me, stopped returning my calls? I shouldn't even tell you this.
So you gonna say this in there heavy,
bro? Like, I was on Inside the NFL on Showtime for almost 10 years, and obviously got this platform now. I Am Athlete and Paper Route and other things that we're doing, and you got to be very careful what you say. Like I said something about a dude like, oh, well, I wouldn't have worn that. Dude stopped talking to me for 2 years. I said something about like, there was one debate we had. I'll say it. Jalen Ramsey got mad at me. I had to pull up on Jalen Ramsey like, bro, like last camp.
What he got mad? What was he mad about?
So we had Asante Samuels on our show.
Junior or
senior?
Senior, okay.
So Zont comes on and basically says that Jalen Ramsey isn't great. And I'm sitting there on this show like, no, what are you talking about? No, I like Jay.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we had this whole debate. That man stopped. We really ain't talk like that, but like he stopped replying to my little DMs. He messaged. I think he messaged me and said, "Bro, like I don't respect this," or something like that.
Wow.
And then I tried to, hit him up like, "Bro, did you watch the show? Do you not know that I defended you?"
Yeah. Yeah.
No reply. And it wasn't until on camp I pulled up, ran up on him like, "Bro, come on, bro."
What's up? Yeah.
But he was really mad. He was like, "Bro, it was on your platform."
Yeah. Yeah.
So you gotta be careful, bro. Football players are sensitive.
They are. I mean, it's just so many of us. We got the helmet on, so everybody they fighting for the attention, fighting for the spot.
Go ahead. That's for me.
That's for you.
Yeah, that's for me. I'm trying to buy you time. So you got Justin
go
Jefferson at number. You won.
Yeah.
Just go Justin Jefferson 2, and then you go 2B, whatever.
Okay. And then so I got Jettas at 2. 3 right now, I would have to say Reek. I mean, Reek, the way he doing it still. I mean, he went to a new place like me and did exactly what he do. I mean, it's hard to argue with consistency, and it's hard to argue with dominance, and that's what he's been doing. He can affect the game so many different ways too.
Right.
He's fast. He runs a lot better routes than what people give him credit for. Got really good feet, and like I said, he a playmaker. He shows up and he had like 10 180-yard games last year. Like I look up and I'm like, how many times they throwing the ball over here?
Right.
Like this is crazy. So you got to still put Reek in there. I put Reek at 3. I would put at 4. I'm gonna make some people mad with this one. I'm gonna make some people mad.
Remember, this is your last one too.
This is my last one. Yeah, and it's okay because I mean we're gonna see what this year look like. But I believe in this guy, and I think that this guy, and I think who I'm gonna put at 5, that one might make some people mad too. But I'm ready to do that today. Now I got to think of who I'm gonna put first out of these 2.
That's suspense. Davante Adams, last top 5 ever. Like, well, when you retire, will you do a top 5?
Yeah, if I'm talking, I get on here, I can say whatever, and then I won't really care as much. But these are my guys. I've been around these guys for a long time.
So right now we got Justin Jefferson at 2. You're Davante Adams at 1. Davante Adams put himself at 1.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 is Justin the Jet Jefferson.
2A, is Jess. We're gonna go
2B.
2B.
2B is Tyreek Hill.
2B is Tyreek.
The cheetah.
Yes.
Okay.
The cheetah. I still can't move Diggs out of that next spot. I gotta go.
You think that is that what you said? People will be mad at that?
No. That's why I moved it to 2B. I had to do that like that. Okay. I still can't move Diggs. My next one, and I'm gonna jump back to Diggs, but I'm gonna just throw this out here so people can think about it. Calvin Ridley.
Okay, explain this.
Calvin Ridley to me is if you see, and this is what I want to do. I almost want to like me and a couple other guys that have been paid and been blessed by this league to go out here and be able to provide for our families and have a surplus. I think we need to get together and somehow get with these TV networks, put some money in so that the people can at least to get this thing kickstarted. It's a little bit of a joke, but I'm halfway serious too. We got to get this kickstarted. I want people to have access, whether it's to practice tape or to, this is more realistic, I feel like, to game tape to really watch angles of the games. You could either watch the TV copy or whether it goes to a database after the game is over or whatever. I want people to have access to the tape, like how we could watch tape after the game.
Right.
So you could really find out who your favorite players are. And if you could really see Calvin Ridley go to work the way that I see him, the way I watch his tape, the way that a lot of the guys that I know that know the position well watch his tape, I think it'd be a lot of, I mean, you could say whatever you want about last year. They ain't got nothing to do with football. And it was silly anyway.
Right.
But he's going to be back this year, and I think that he's going to have a really, really good year. And at receiver, as you know, we don't control everything. So we control our tape. Watch the boy's tape. He's out there doing stuff to people consistently. With the routes, he don't give nobody a break. I feel like I asked a couple corners, and I won't say none of their names, but a couple years ago, I asked them at the Pro Bowl. I was like, what separates me from other receivers that you think are really good? Because at this point, people were still, They were like, yeah, Tay's the guy. He's the best in the league. Like it was in that when that started. So I was already in those type of talks. And they said, difference between you and the next man, and I think it's a couple other guys now that's the same way, but you don't ever get a DB a break. Every time you got a route, they're going to feel it. Whether or not you get the ball, that's what he said. Like guys that I played against, and they've guarded me, they maybe had to follow me, whatever. Every time you line up, you're going to give me the work. Like whether or not you win, I know I got to work. And it almost affects me to the point where I can't even be the same celebratory me after the play because I know I got to lock back in for the next play. And you're a high target guy when catching, I think, 21 balls in the game, setting an all-time record. Shout out to B. Marsh.
You trying to break that?
You know what I'm saying? I need that.
Your head coach.
I need that. I think he might be able to get that. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just having fun, man. But yeah, they told me that you're the one that's gonna give it to me every single time you line up there. I'm gonna get that work every single time, and I know, like it's stuff that I got built in now. Like, and not to talk about me, but regardless, just my mindset with running routes. I could have a comeback. It might be sticky coverage. If I come out of it and you kind of on my hip and I look and I see that quarterback ain't through the ball, I'm gonna turn it up so quick and make you feel like it was a comeback pump. I don't never want you to think like you cover me regardless. So I'm gonna find a way. If I got a slant and you somehow inside leverage and I'm looking for the ball in case it's there. If it ain't there and I get out of that thing, I'm gonna make you feel like it was a slant return. I never want you to feel like you won. Even if he might have played the comeback perfect, but my mentality is always win.
Wow, where'd you pick that up from?
That's just the pride, man. Like
I've never ever heard anybody say anything like that. I've never thought about that.
The way I think about the receiver position is in my pride in what I do. That's the reason why, because I know it's somebody on the other side, whether they on the sideline or if it's the corner that's guarding me or the guy backing him up. Somebody heard about me. They already know about the tape. I know their coach is talking about it. So I feel like it's like I'm obligated to show him what I'm about because I don't want him going back. Because everybody,
that's genius. Because like what you just said is so genius. Because if you run a comeback and like you said, if it's sticky coverage, or if you run a slant and it's sticky coverage, and the guys are watching film because everybody's watching your film. Coaches, players, everybody. Other wide receivers. And like, oh, this is the weakness.
Correct.
They don't know your weakness now because. Now like you said, oh damn, he did it like that, so I could get sticky.
Correct.
But damn, I gotta.
Correct.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I mean,
who taught you that?
That's just something that I picked up on. I have a great mentor and receiver coach, Keith Williams, that I had. He brought me in to Fresno State, and
where's he in Detroit now?
He's in Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Yeah. So he's over there with Odell and the boys. So he taught me a lot, but that's just something that I picked up on, and really just based off the way I run routes, it kind of came comfortably to me. It was something that I did once, and I came out and I was like, I don't like this. And I seen him kind of getting fired up. He dove on it. It was in a Packer practice. Tremont Williams dove on it, and I was like, damn, like this might be a pick. I came out of it, and I looked back. Quarterback wasn't looking at me. Thankfully, because Tremont's a really good pattern read guy, so he probably seen something go to the flat or something, and then knew I was getting ready to do it. It was off of a curl, not a comeback. And I came here, I sat down. As soon as I came, he dove on it. And as soon as I looked and saw he wasn't throwing it, I pumped it and went back. And it was never that. And the quarterback wasn't looking. I didn't get the ball, nothing. But in his mind, he got whooped because of that.
Right.
Now he had no idea.
Now he back in the lab watching film like, damn, where did I go wrong?
Where did I go wrong?
Right.
He was right the whole time. But he'll never know until now, I guess. But yeah.
You're a jerk. Take a drink, man. Take a sip.
Hey, man.
That's genius.
All right, yeah, we didn't got off on a tangent about me. We're supposed to be talking about some other.
But as part of the conversation, I wanted to get into your genius, right? Because you're a guy that work your ass off, but you don't really you don't post anything. And I remember you saying this a couple years ago. Just because I'm not posting, don't think that I'm not working.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, the season, like I said, the season shows what you've been doing. So me trying to prove, like, I'm in the league, like, you better be working out, showing, like, proving. And I don't knock guys that do it, but if you on there and you got these intricate workouts, you getting medicine balls thrown at you while you doing spin moves and all of this, like, be intentional about what you're doing. Like if you're gonna do anything working out wise, like, call it cardio if you just want to get and run out there, but be intentional about what you're doing. If you're working on your feet, like, just be a good judge of character. Maybe not everybody will know, but just think for yourself as far as what you think can actually apply to make you a better football player. Because that's what I do when I go and work out, and it's not going to be sexy. It's really not nothing to post. Like a lot of the times, it looks good. The feed, working on some of the speed and agility stuff, but for the most part, for me, it's just about showing it in the games. I show up because none of those videos don't mean nothing. They might get reposted by the NFL and all that stuff, but unless you go off and you got something to show for it, it don't matter.
Right. All right, Jazz. I know Jazz is our art director for I Am Athlete. I know he's watching this live. He better be watching this live. Can we do something? Can we create a tee of Tay's last top 5 list and put it out there? I feel like we can at least sell out in the first 24 hours. This is his last top 5 while he's an active player. So right now we have Tay at 1. At 2, we have the Jet, Justin Jefferson.
2B.
2B, we have Stephon Diggs. Tyreek. And then
3,
we have Diggs. 4, you have Calvin Ridley you shocked the world on that one, or the football world at least.
Yeah.
And then 5 is, you said it's going to be another shocker.
Yeah.
I think I know who you want to say too.
Who you think I'm going to say? And I'll keep
What's his nationality? What's his nationality?
Man, I'm really curious to hear who you got to say first before I say it.
Because you said Calvin. When you said Calvin, here's what came to mind.
Mm-hmm.
You are a real football fan. You are a connoisseur of work. You understand that it's not you get it. That's why it's impossible to do top 5, right? Because a guy can have 70 catches and be the best receiver in the league, or the best quarter, or a corner can have 2 picks and still be the best corner.
Right.
But you're not saying that because the guy just had 14 or 12.
Yeah.
So when you said Calvin Ridley, I said, okay, I see what type of receiver he loves and respects.
Yeah.
Right? And those receivers, shifty. We're talking about line of scrimmage. You can't touch me. Mm-hmm. I think you respect route running.
Mm-hmm.
I think you respect consistency. I heard you say that at least twice.
That's
consistency.
Huge. That's huge.
Right? And I can throw a few things in there as well. So there's a couple guys that come to mind. There's Cooper,
mm-hmm.
Amari Cooper. There's also Cooper Kupp. There's also, big guy. I don't think you respect the big guy because you like the shiftiness and we don't move like y'all move. But what's crazy is you taller than what most people probably think.
Yeah. And
you shifty like that, which is crazy. But you got Mike Evans, who's crazy consistent.
I mean, Mike is the most consistent. I mean, that's one of the dudes right there. Like, that's crazy. So I got a 5A and a 5B. 5A is Mike Evans.
So I was right.
5A is Mike Evans. My 5B is, and that's not the one that shouldn't make nobody mad. If people are mad about that, then you don't respect just somebody coming out and doing it. I mean, since we came in the league together, this man ain't not touched a rack since he been in the league.
Right.
There's nothing you can say about that. So Mike is in there, and then like I said, it's so hard. I love Cooper. Cooper's up there too. I want to see Cooper come back this year. I want to see what he does, and not that he has anything to prove to anybody or me, but like I said, it's just so many guys. See, and that's the thing. Hop just been out for a minute now. Hop is one of my guys too. Like, I love Hop to death, but I want to be fair to guys. We talking about consistency. He was one of the most consistent guys, period, with 19 different quarterbacks, all different levels of playing. Yeah. But if I had to go somebody based off of they've been playing and what I like and what I think that they own, and I think they need more respect moving forward. And honestly, people compared a lot of dudes to me as they come into the league and stuff. This is a guy that's younger than me, but which most are at this point, which is the ridiculous part.
Right.
But CeeDee Lamb.
Wow, that is a shocker to me.
I like CeeDee Lamb a lot. People, that's the one that. If
no disrespect to CeeDee Lamb, but I'm shocked.
Yeah, and when I'm picking it, I'm not picking it off of just the most attractive and what people want to hear. Like, because I would have never threw, like, people wouldn't expect or be mad at me for leaving Calvin Ridley out, but I'm going to tell you, like, how I feel. And if you watch the way CD plays, and I think he's going to keep growing, and I talked to him this offseason a couple of times, and I said, bro, just keep doing what you're doing. keep staying keep staying on what you're on right now, because this is going to give you the type of credit and respect that you deserve moving forward. You just got to keep doing it, put something behind it. He remind me of myself a lot as far as the way he moves, and I feel like at that point when I was, you ask him, he'll tell you he likes where he's at with his game right now. I felt like since 2017 that I had it not figured out to the point that I do now, but I was on to something. And I feel like he's getting that 2018 maybe Tay respect right now.
Right.
And the more he continues to do and gets better, he's going to get a lot more respect. And then it's so many other guys too. Like I said, I mean, obviously Chase, that's the one that people probably going to be most mad about. But, Chase is, I think he's for sure top 5, but I can only pick so many guys.
Right.
You got Coop, you got Cooper, and Chase. Those guys can be mixed in at any point in that top 5 for me too. So
there you go.
It's gonna be somebody pissed off. But I love all y'all. I swear to God, I'm not. I mean, you could keep me out your list if you want, but you'd be wrong. But
there you go. I love it.